Assalamu alaikum everyone. I am here Shadmin Mohammad Anwar. The topic of my presentation is biography of Thomas Hoccleve. The topic of my presentation assigned by Sir Wajid Hussain Koso. My roll number is 55. So let's start. First of all, the Thomas Hoccleve, sometimes spelled Hoccleve, was born in 1368. He was died in London in 1426. Little is known of his life beyond what is mentioned in his poems. We know about his life in his autobiographical work, as was the better known litigate. The litigate who better known about his life. He is arguably most famous for his autobiographical writing. Autobiographical writing means the writer who wrote about their own life, in which he describes his work as a cleric in the office of Privy Seal, a position which he held for at least 24 years. In his autobiographical works, he discusses his life of a cleric in Privy Seal office and discuss his experience of 24 years. Hoccleve was certainly admirer of Chaucer's work. He was a contemporary poet and imitator of Chaucer. Imitator who copy the author's work. So now I discuss his works. His first poem, The Letter to Cupid, which are published in 1402. It was probably earliest precisely datable poem in the English language. The work is translation of French work. The poem depends women against anti-feminist satire and attack by women. In his work, he supports the women which are criticized by males. So next, his most fluid and lively poem, La Mele Regal, that are published in 1406. In his he professed to have lived a miserable life, but his marriage in 14 seems to have caused a change in his career. After his marriage, he lived a miserable life, but after his marriage, it left a good impact in his life. Other his work, major poetic work was the Regiment of Principe or Regiment Principe. It is addressed to Prince Henry, afterwards Henry V. In his work, he wrote for Prince Henry to please him, in which he elaborated discuss and virtues and vices of rulers. In his work, he told that how is the ruler rule over the country. The series rule over the country. The series poems, complaint, dialogue with a friend, Dulce's wife, Learn to Die, and the Tale of John. The series poems are partially linked by a dialogue with a fictitious friend who gives advice as the complication of the book and its future presentation to the patrons. In 1796, George Mason printed 6 poems by Thomas Hoccleve, never before printed. The Regiment Principle was printed for the Roxburgh Club in 1816 and the Early English Text Society in 1897. In the last, Lament for Chaucer was his tribute to the great man after his death. In the lament, he wrote to give tribute to the Geoffrey Chaucer. Here is a poem. Hoccleve was forgotten for a while, but is now considered to be one of the key writers of his time. In his life, he didn't give fame, but now it known as the key writers of his time. Thank you.